Just ignore me.
Whatever. I never got a link.
All right, we're recording, so we'll deal with it later. All right, everybody. She's been on before. She's actually been one of our first.
I think she was one of the first guests.
It's actually probably our first, actually, interviewee. She doesn't need an introduction because everybody knows who she is already, but that's not because for any other reason other than I think that she will literally wrestle anything. I didn't say anybody. I think anything. I think legitimately, if I got Khabib's bear and was like, Cheyenne, can you do better than Khabib? Cheyenne would be like, I'll help post high seer, no problem. It's Cheyenne Bowman, 3-time state champ. Only one person in her high school career could say they ever beat her. And Cheyenne was still hunting her down, trying to get that one back. So, hello again, Cheyenne.
Hello.
All right, so let's be honest, okay? You won the deepest weight class in CIF State history. And I've been around for a little bit, and I challenge anybody to find a deeper weight class than that one. Was that the original weight you were planning on going, or was it as the season started to go, and, of course, you see the challenge, and Cheyenne Bowman just seems to feed off challenge, so was it something that at that point you realized, like, okay, I'm gonna stay at this weight and I'm gonna beat up all these girls who
during season I kind of wanted to go down to 139s at the beginning of the season. But as season went, I went 43s and 50s, and I kind of felt comfortable at 43s because I didn't really have to cut or anything. So I was like, I'm not like afraid to like wrestle anybody. Like, it doesn't matter, win, lose, whatever. I'm gonna just go out there and wrestle. And if I win, I win, and I can say I'm the best. And if I don't win, then I got some work to do. And even then, I still have work to do when I win.
Okay. Now, is that something that your coach has put in you? Is it something that you felt just naturally as a kid? Like, that's just your personality? You've always just kind of been one of those people that, hey, I don't really care. Let's just go.
I think it's both. Like, I've always been like a fighter, like I don't really care. But my coach, Camilo, he's always installed that in all of our heads. Like, if you're the best, then there's no need to cut weight. There's no need to do anything. Like, just go out there and wrestle. You have your training behind you to back you up. So there's no reason to be scared to wrestle whoever.
Yeah. So coming in then, and then you start realizing, like, at what point do you realize how deep the weight class could be?
Kind of like, I think when I went to 43s, and then people were talking about how like Amit was going to be there, and Frida's, and then Drury, me, Pat New. Like, that's like 5 state champs in one weight class.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's 5 state champ. That's not even the titles. Like,
yeah.
Going into that, like, that's a lot. So,
yeah.
You know, I know we talked about it here on the podcast at length. You know, what could have been, right? What could have been. I mean, let's think about, like, if Amit showed up, if Lilly showed up at the weight, you know, that's 3 world team members at the weight.
Yeah.
You know, and you weren't running away from that. You were basically like the firewoman, just running into that fire, like, give me it. It's up, right? So, I mean, it says a lot. I mean, we already knew that, the way you went after Gracie Figueroa when everybody else in the country was running away from her. You were the one that was like, nah, let's go. And then, oh, I lost you. Okay, well, let's go next week too.
Yeah.
And then, what was a bigger disappointment? Let me ask you this. Gracie was the returning state champ at your weight and dropped, or not getting the opportunity to wrestle Lilly at the weight?
Probably Gracie, because I wanted another match, because I knew it. I don't know. I was just ready.
Okay. Now, because we talked about that, and I think Jimmy voted against you. We put all the state champs in at one time and just talked about who would win based on their performance the year they won it. And myself and Anthony both, I know for sure, maybe Josh, because it was at his tournament, we were like, dude, Bowman was closing that gap, and she was controlling the pace that second match. we wanted to see that third match for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you think was the difference for her in your first match versus your second match?
My first match, I was really nervous. I just mentally, I psyched myself out. In my second match, I was an underdog. Even my first match, I was underdog, but I just psyched myself out. And my second match, I was just like, I have nothing to lose. Like, she's 3-time state champ, she's a senior, and I'm this incoming freshman. Like, I'm just gonna go out there and give it my all.
Mm-hmm. Now, even when you were an 8th grader, before you were even in high school, you were already beating state champs, right? You had already beat Jersey Estrada. You had already had a resume coming through.
Yeah.
How does that feel as an 8th grader coming in when you're beating somebody with those kind of accolades?
I still felt like I had to not prove myself, I wouldn't say, just to show who I am, because I was 8th grade and what really counts is high school.
Okay. You guys got anything? I know I'm taking over right now and just kind of keeping it going, but and throwing Jimmy under the bus.
Usual. He's good at that.
Jimmy, you got a question for her?
I don't know. It's a tough thing, I think, being on top. Like, I think it's kind of easier almost to be the underdog because, you're like, everybody's on your side. They're all rooting for you. And you're like, come on, you can do it. It's a win-win. But then when you're the top guy, people are coming for you and people are like wanting to see you lose and rooting against you and things like that. That's a much tougher thing, I feel like, to deal with. So what things you did this year, like, to kind of keep you focused on what you're doing? Did you use those kind of things to motivate you, or were you just like ignoring them, or what?
This year for season, it was kind of like probably the toughest season I had just mentally for myself. And it was really hard for me. And like the way I got through it, honestly, was my coach just telling me, like, you're good enough, you're one of the best. Like, I don't know, like, he just like kind of just put into my head, like, go out there and just do what you know how to do best, and who cares what people say, who cares what people think. Like, nobody knows what you really have to go through. Everybody just judges from the outside. And so that shouldn't bother you, because they don't know what you do on the daily and what gets to you and what doesn't.
For sure. I mean, it's a hard thing. I mean, I think we all like just see the results, nobody really sees like the hard work that everybody puts in. I mean, get to the place you're at is not easy, that's for sure. But I definitely give you props. I mean, like, you went after this year, a great year. I mean, to like say, here it is, I'll wrestle everybody, and whoever shows up, go out there and dominate. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, to not only get there but stay there for 3 years in a row now. That's been awesome. Shai, what's been your toughest match in high school folk style that you've wrestled in your career? Like, in your high school career, what do you see as like the toughest opponent, I guess, that you wrestled?
My toughest opponent was probably Gracie, but my toughest match was probably me and Drury at Ayala.
Anthony?
So, I was at the Esperanza tournament when you wrestled Gracie, and that was the second time you wrestled that year, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I kind of noticed, like, watching you wrestle, as you wrestle people more, you kind of either catch up or you spread the gap. Like, talk about like your adjustments from match to match when you wrestle people and get a feel.
Honestly, my Camilo, he just, every time we have a bad match or we lose or something, he doesn't beat us up for it. He just like, we just go back and fix what needs to be done. And even if we win, he'll find adjustments that we need to do, and we just work on it all week or all season, and then from there we just go, and I go and wrestle and I make my adjustments.
So I think that you correct me if I'm wrong, probably your more difficult season so far has been your sophomore season, right? You made the world team your first year. You missed the world team your second year. You didn't get we haven't got an opportunity yet to try to make the world team this year. I mean, we're still waiting to see if that's going to happen or not. But with your second year, like, what were you kind of going through, and how were you able to? Because you made a jump. You made a jump from your second year to your third year. That was pretty impressive. I mean, I saw your freshman year, and you were at high level. Second year, it didn't seem like a lot had changed, but then this year, there was a leap. There was a big jump. So what was going on there?
I would honestly say this year was my hardest year, just because of what was going on in my personal life. But I just use that to help me motivate myself for my wrestling and just push myself more because of what was going on in my life.
Yeah, I know.
So,
like, I'm friends with your mom on social media and stuff like that, and I kind of saw some stuff that was going on, and I think that's the side that people don't always get to see, and they forget sometimes that you're a kid, and you're a high school girl, you got stuff going on, in your family and stuff, and everybody only sees the wrestling, right? They don't understand that you got a personal life, you got things that you deal with, and there's external factors that affect you and affect your wrestling, whether you like it or not. And I know on here we talk about wrestlers, with essentially the kids. I don't think we're ever really negative about the kids. We're more about the adults around the kids, like how they're affecting things and that kind of stuff. How do you guys handle it? I mean, Roland, I kind of feel like some of the wrestlers on the team have had their adversities. You've had yours and still managed to come up on top. I know Alex has had his issues. Knowing that you're some of the best wrestlers in the state.
And the country.
What was that, Josh?
I said, and the country.
Yeah, and the country. Absolutely. How do you deal with those kind of things? Like, how do you guys stay focused?
Well, for me, helps me because in my wrestling room, I'm not the top dog. So I don't get beat up, but when we wrestle, I'm in a room full of boys that are my teammates. So for me, that's what helps me push through and be like, I still have work to do and stuff. And same with the boys. There's always somebody better in that room than another person.
So every day, it's like every day somebody's having their good day. That's top dog for the day, but that doesn't mean that that's the person for the season.
So what you're saying is if Alex starts getting a little cocky, Camilla puts the shoes on and puts them back down. Is that what you're saying?
Camilla wrestles with us every day in practice. Yeah.
Ouch. All right, what do you
after you're done with your freestyle career and all that, are we gonna see you like maybe beat some people up? Because I know you have a big jiu-jitsu background, and are we gonna see that maybe?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan?
Yeah.
Sweet.
But I want to go to I want to finish off with wrestling first and then go into that.
So you're not gonna cut out early like Aaron and then
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because
then I won't have anything to fall back on if I get hurt or something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he kind of hurt his chances at that point. I mean, he could have made a lot more money being an Olympian coming in, or even Olympic medalist. And coming in making more money than just jumping in right away. Because he definitely had that upswing. For you, I think it's going to be equally as hard because the women's side is behind the guy's side in terms of MMA. So your transition would be, I mean, no disrespect, but I don't think Carlos Esparza could go takedowns with you. You know what I mean? Like number 6 in the world. Right? So I don't see that necessarily happening. But I don't know. You got anything, Jimmy?
Not as far as MMA.
You go wrestling. It's okay. We're talking both.
Yeah. Come back to me.
All right, Anthony.
So you say you're going to transfer or go into MMA afterwards. How many cycles do you see that you're trying to compete in?
What do you mean cycles?
4 years.
Cycles.
Like every 4 years.
The Olympics every 4 years. And
I don't do that. I don't train at a rain training lab. I went to high school with their trainer. They don't do that there, okay?
Maybe 2. Because I think I'll be 22 by the time I could go to my first one. 22 or 20, yeah, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know.
That a girl. It depends how much
Yeah.
money I'm making. That's what
Yeah.
she goes. I don't know. I kind of like this, and I like to win, so I think I might stick around for a minute.
Maybe.
Are you excited to see like if like NCAA Division I programs start picking up girls wrestling?
Yes, I'm excited because we only have like NAIA or I don't know. I really don't know what kind of divisions we have. I only heard of NAIA for girls wrestling, and now I heard that McKendree and a few other schools are Division 1.
The
If
Division
I'm correct.
Division 2.
They're Division 2.
Well, for
Oh.
boys,
For
for
boys.
girls, it's just NCAA.
Yeah, it'll just be all.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna let everybody in
Oh.
the NCAA, and then they'll
Oh, okay.
all fill it up. Because what's
Alright.
happening too is that they were proposing to hold out of the WWC, or the WCWA, and the NAIA, so they weren't going to participate in it. It's my understanding. I don't know if I'm wrong, but this is what I was told: is that those NCAA schools are proposing to stay out of the NAIA tournament because they wanted everything to be. They want the NCAA schools to have their own, but
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
Oh.
So I think that would hurt girls wrestling, to be honest. But so it's kind of funny. You're the wrestler. Your sister's a dancer. Like
All my sisters.
equally as competitive, I think, because your mom's always
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So it's got to be hell for your mom to run around all the time. Like, how many kids are in the house?
6 of us.
6 of you, because your mom takes care of family, right? Like a
Yeah.
family. So she's taking care of not only her kids, but extended family's kids. Plus, they got
Yeah.
activities. Plus, Jesus, your mom must have her head on the swivel. So,
I mean, my mom tries her best to make it to everything, but it's okay if she doesn't make it to all my tournaments.
no, I think it's cool of you two to like be understanding of that, because
Yeah.
Well, it'd probably be frustrating to show up as a parent and you watch your daughter wrestle for like 30 seconds and then sit in the stands for like another 5 hours and then go get 30 seconds again and then 10 seconds and then
mom yelling,
20 seconds.
if you pin her in the first period again, I'm not coming back. Other parents are like tipping their kids $20 a pin in the first period, and Cheyenne's mom's like making her sandbag it. Cheyenne,
I always try to.
no MVP, no MVP award. Just like,
I always try to make deals with my mom. She's like, "For what?" And I'm like, "So mean."
it's like, if I win state, can I get an iPhone? She's like, you better be OW. I got 6 kids in the house. No. So, okay. So I imagine now, like with your success and things like that, you've probably had some outside requests, like maybe just crazy interviews or, hey, can you come work with somebody? Like, has that happened yet for you?
Yeah, people have asked me to like do. I wouldn't say personals. They just asked me if like I can work with them, and I'm like, I don't know. I just say like I don't think I can. I don't know.
You're
Or
like,
a lot of people like text me on Instagram and stuff, and they like want me to go train with them and stuff. But
they all want a piece of it. Like, oh yeah, I train with Bowman.
yeah,
They all want to like, I coached Bowman. No, mother, you were in a room with another girl you coached with Bowman. Okay, it ain't the same thing. So,
yeah.
no.
Do you have any idea where you might go to school? You ever like get narrowed down at all, or?
I kind of like looking at like McKendree or Campbellsville. Yeah, or Simon Fraser. But I'm not sure.
Okay, all good choices.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. So, now, where do you see yourself if we have a CIF season? Let's ask that question, actually. If we don't have a CIF season this year, are you making trips to Arizona and Oklahoma because they're going to have their season?
What do you mean?
So the word around, we don't have a confirmation, obviously, but we've talked to some people that say they know. And the rumor is that we may not have wrestling this season.
Like no sports, no CIF sports.
I don't think.
If that happens, if it does, would you be willing to like go to Arizona for a weekend and get a tournament in there? Maybe go over to Oklahoma, get a tournament in there? Or
Honestly,
are you like
it's whatever.
nervous about COVID and like, no, I'll stay home?
No, I'm not too nervous about it. It's honestly just whatever Camilo says and what tournaments.
Camilla's like, we're moving to Oklahoma. Let's go.
Pack your stuff.
Oh, we'll take that other school for coach. Y'all live with
Hey,
your coaches.
Cheyenne's gonna be like, hell no. Last time I went to Oklahoma.
Oh, you can talk about that. Cheyenne, the last time you went to Oklahoma, okay? Let's talk about that because this seems to be a sticking point with certain clubs that are very unsuccessful, that you were made to sleep in a van, that you didn't have accommodations, all these things. So let's talk about that for a second. Josh brought it up.
Ramos lured you out there and then left you in a van.
Yeah, that's
no. When I got to the house that you sent us to,
yeah,
it was like, I don't know, late. And then I don't know who opened the door, but I was like,
Nolf from La Habra High School. He used to be from La Habra High School.
Denolf.
Yep.
oh, well, I don't know who the person was.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah, and so I was kind of like uncomfortable at first.
Yeah.
I was like, so I told Matt for like I didn't want to go. He's like, okay, that's cool. Like you could stay in the hotel with us.
And they were
then
the Rebels, right? They were with the
with the Rebels. And what's his name? The Rebels person?
Gaze?
Yeah. He said that I wasn't allowed to stay in there unless I was gonna pay.
Okay. So, and I that's why, like, when I found out, I was telling Matt, I was like, dude, like, you should have called me. Like, I would have gave you money. Like,
yeah.
In the van was not an option. Like, and I didn't know that. I didn't even know what was going on. Well, because Camilo used to be Matt's first coach. So
Yeah.
It was like
we're close to that.
It was a team effort to get Cheyenne there because Camilo couldn't go. I known Camilo since we wrestled in high school and college. So I was just trying to help Cheyenne. Like, hey, like we can, help get you there, do what we got to do, whatever. And then Matt, being a good friend of Camilo's, was like, well, we're driving, we can drive Cheyenne. So it was like a community effort trying to get her there.
Yeah.
And I still think after spending the night in the van that she beat the brakes off everybody in cadets that next morning.
Lara Boyd beat, that was great.
Yeah. Lara Boyd in like the quarters or semis or something like.
No, we wrestled in the finals.
But you wrestled somebody tough in the quarters or semis too, no? Some not tough, maybe not tough.
Yeah, this girl from Texas.
That was a big name.
She was like big. Oh, I didn't know who she was.
Name.
Oh, I don't know who she is or who she was, but she was just like big, like tall and stuff, and I'm short, so.
So did Lara Boyd pretend like she passed out during your match?
No.
Oh, she did that with jury. So
I
know. Was over there trying to talk to her about how to word it on the paperwork, and I was just looking like, dude, you're a Cali guy. Like, dare you? I was like, ugh. But okay. Now, because then I saw like your mom was getting into it with people about it too on Facebook because Mario wanted to open his mouth, and your mom.
Oh yeah.
You don't know the circumstances. And, it's like, oh gosh, all right. So it's like a pain in the butt, but it's got to be tough for your mom though. I mean, as bad as it is for some of these parents, I think your mom probably has to deal with a lot of it because you don't want people saying bad things about your kid, or you don't want to sound like you're a bad parent sending your kid with somebody who. But your mom, knows those people because Matt's a pounder. His Gmail literally has pounder in it. Like still, is Matt. So now coming into this year, 43s again, or going back down 37s. How are you feeling?
I'm not sure. Camilo kind of told me like you should go down to 37s because they're saying like win 4 titles in 4 different weights.
Yeah.
And they're like, you already 37s, and they're like 50s. You're kind of small for 50s.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They can get big.
Yeah.
Now we got another thing for you. So Cheyenne, like I said, always wrestles everybody. And I think because Cheyenne wrestles everybody, I think she's like an easy target for people to call out because they know like she'll answer the back if they're at the weight. But we've been asking all the state champs as they're on. So we've had Jimerson, we've had Foreman, we've had Nawuchu. How do you guys pronounce it again?
You tell me.
Adogo
Adogu,
from Silver Creek, the Silver Creek girl.
Charlotte.
26.
Nawakuchu?
26
All,
pounds.
that's all we had on.
Oh, the 26 pounder.
Yeah. So all of them, we were telling them, listen, I'm going to buy tickets to Disneyland. And whoever wants to wrestle in a round robin, the winner will get the tickets to Disneyland. And they were like, okay. I was like, okay, well, tell me who you want to wrestle. Literally, 3 girls all said Bowman. I was like,
Who?
they're like, yeah. I was like, what's the biggest you'll go? They're like 43.
Cheyenne's like, bet.
You won't.
Cheyenne just puts on mouse ears right now. She's like, let's go. So
Wait, who said that?
the 127 Silver Creek Girl State Champ at 127. The 130, the 131 pound state champ, T.R. Jimerson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The 137 pound state champ, Joanna Foreman.
Yeah.
That all
The
three.
sister, Sadie's
And,
sister.
yeah,
right?
Sadie's sister.
Yeah.
They were all like,
Yeah.
Bowman.
I think
And-
you also
and-
asked the heavyweight and the 89 pounder, the state champs. You also have them if they could shrink down their weight, who they want to wrestle. I'm pretty sure they also said you too.
They also
Yeah.
said, and the heavyweight state champs, and they all said Bowman.
I think that was like it's been the unanimous kind of as a hypothetical. If you could wrestle anybody that was a state champ this year, who would it be? And everybody, I think, out of 7 or 8 interviews, it says Bowman.
Yeah, I think
So
Jimerson.
so you can't answer Bowman when we ask you this question.
I think Jimerson, though, I think the first person she said was Odogu.
Adogu. Yeah. I was like, she's already in. She's like, Bowman. Like, I was like, and of course, no disrespect, just somebody that you respect and you would like to, get a feel for. So,
But we haven't asked everybody,
no.
and they all haven't said Cheyenne, but
No, so everybody's, like you said, everybody's so far out of 7 or 8. And just so you know, if you're not in, Jibby's girl wants to jump in. Gomez is like, I want to go to Disneyland. But that shit would cost me way too much money because her family has many kids as you guys do.
No, they do. Oh, Katie?
Yeah, Katie.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we know Katie could get up there too, so that might be a problem. Only when she pisses off her coach. So, okay, favorite takedown to observe.
My favorite takedown to observe?
Yeah, you see somebody hit it. Like, what's your favorite?
High C.
Who hits it the best?
Answer herself. That's what the first thing came to her mind.
Thanks.
Bowman freshman year.
It's gonna be Alex.
Yeah, I would say Alex.
Really? Better than
Yeah.
Brent Metcalf? Better than
Oh, I thought we were talking about
yeah, I thought we were talking about girls.
Hey, yeah, well, he did.
I thought we were just talking about high school in general.
Hey, Anthony Sparks from Calvary Chapel. That's Josh's guy. He hit it pretty good on Valencia.
Oh, he did. Dang, I don't know who my I just like watching people hit high C's.
high C's?
Yeah.
Right to a dump or running off the double or lifting them up? What's the finish? What's the prettiest finish to watch?
Probably to me, probably a dump.
Right to a dump? Yeah, it's smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easy. You don't have to work
Yep.
too.
Mm-hmm.
She just makes this really easy too. Favorite takedown to execute.
Single or high C.
I see. Okay.
So who is your person on all the state champs that you'd like to wrestle? Since we asked everybody else.
And it could be like if you shrunk down to a 101 pounder or you went all the way up to heavyweight.
Mm.
Or it could be the weight class right next to you. Either one. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
The one right above you.
Probably Cristal or Frida's. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do a super match with you and Frida's at the Belladonna tournament or the Nightmare tournament the weekend before Freak Show.
You
I
won't.
mean,
We won't.
You.
Well,
Hey, did we ask for Saul?
Those are extra Disneyland tickets.
Yeah.
you just
Those
gotta
are-
talk
those
to
are-
Camilo about
Hey,
that.
Those are different Disneyland tickets.
Oh yeah, we asked Crystal. She said Helen Maroulis and Victoria Anthony, right?
Yeah. Here's what we asked. We said you could create your own round robin.
Yeah.
You're gonna wrestle in it, and a round robin of 4. Who are you putting in the round robin to wrestle with?
Oh,
We putting Gracie in there.
And this is respectful. Like,
Oh yeah.
no disrespect at all. This is just, hey, I respect your game. Let's see what you got. Let's see who comes out. You can put Gracie in there because Cristal said Aleda, Helen, her, and with Gracie. Oh, no, it was
Victoria Anthony.
Victoria Anthony.
I'd probably put Helen Maroulis, Ali Reagan. I like the way she wrestles. Probably Gracie, yeah.
Pretty solid one.
Miracle. That'd be a good one.
Kayla Miracle's tough.
Yeah, sure.
She's real tough.
Oh yeah.
Okay, shoe game. Asics, Adidas, or Nike?
I like the aggressors, the ones. And if for Nikes, I like the Inflix. I don't know. Yeah. I would wear Freaks, but my foot's too small for Freaks, so I don't have a pair of those.
Someone better get on that. Sam Bowman wants to rep Nike and then kids.
Nike doesn't even care about wrestling.
They
Yeah.
don't. Which sucks,
They
but
handle their wrestling. They subcontract out their license. So
Yeah.
somebody personally owns the Nike license and they make the shoes.
Well, it's like what it's Under Armour now has Scrap Life shoes, so
They're atrocious. Anthony went over that the last podcast. Did you see those ones, Cheyenne?
no.
They're
Oh, let me pull it up.
basketball shoes.
It's horrible.
basketball
Not the
shoes.
basketball shoes. The colors are off.
Which I don't understand why Under Armour hasn't done wrestling singlets yet, just for the fact that they do gymnastics like leotards things,
They do. They do
So-
wrestling singlets. Scrap Life has wrestling singlets.
but no, they have T-shirts and short. Before they came out with their shoe, they were like a T-shirt and short company.
No, Nittany Lion Wrestling Club or Scrap Life.
Are they now?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, all the guys are Scrap Life.
No. So
I don't know. We almost did a deal with them, and they said they didn't do singlet. We'd have to do our singlets to somebody else.
Bro, did they come to your school do that whole women in sports thing? They did it at us too, and it was a horrible deal.
Yeah, well, they're just trying to push, like, trying to get our whole school on the same.
Yeah, the same
Right.
brand.
obviously they went with Nike. Because Jimmy's just rocking that swoosh all the way.
Yeah, Jimmy's rocking that Nike.
Here we go. There's the shoes right there.
It's not even like gold. That's like a tan beige color.
They're not.
It
They're
looks-
not horrible. They look like the old DuPonts or the old Brutes.
They
That's a
look
great
like
air to be
basketball
wearing, you know?
shoes.
That's what I said too.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
basketball shoes. Jumpman.
I
Yeah.
guess the blue ones don't look so bad.
Is that all they have? The same one, but just different colors?
Yep.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I don't know. They're doing pretty good on their shoe game.
Rudis is definitely doing good on their shoe game.
Their
Oh
backpack,
yeah.
T-shirts, and their shoes are pretty awesome.
I want a Rudis backpack. Those things are sick.
I got like 7.
Yeah, Jimmy's like a chick when you go to Rudis, like any shopping with them. He's like, oh, I need this bag. And bro, you have a Rudis bag. Yeah, but it's not the same bag.
The same
It's
color.
like a different bag.
Has different pockets.
Yeah.
It's got a pen pocket. It's just one pocket on the inside now.
I like different compartments.
Yeah, when you work out, MMA shorts, leggings, compression shorts. What are you wearing?
All three.
Okay.
At the same time,
Do you ever Donald?
No.
Yeah, and she might put a singlet over the top of all that.
That's what I was saying.
Maybe.
No, she just Donald Ducks it. She just puts a singlet with a shirt on. Just Donald Duck.
there you go.
No.
Because I can. That's why. All right, warm-ups. Do you have to get a hard, heavy warm-up and blow out your lungs? Or are you more just a calm, like, I'm just going to get a sweat going and I'll just get out there?
Well, if I warm up by myself, more of a calm one. But if Camilo warms us up, we do like a hard warm up. And I prefer the slow warm up. Just like break a sweat and that's it.
Yeah, Cristal doesn't like to warm up at all, right? She's like,
Yeah. She's like, I only warm up because I had to. I didn't want to hear him yelling.
I don't like to warm up either, but I warm up.
They go Paris Ruiz on it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes to warm up. It's not fun.
No.
No.
I didn't mind warming up. I was never that good though either. Time I felt like I was winning. I was getting. Only time I got taken down to the tournament was during warm up. So I didn't really liked it. It was fun.
I won the warm up.
Yeah, dude, warm up. I was a national champion warm up. I'll tell you right now. I looked like I knew what I was doing. Okay.
I'm a scrub in warm ups.
You guys ever see that kid in warm ups? You're like, dude, that kid looks pretty tough. You see him wrestle, you're like, ugh, what happened? Like, can't execute.
Resistance happened.
I
You
was
got the perfect shoes, everything's perfect looking, and then they go out and wrestle. And it's like, oh.
Oh, like the posers.
yeah.
The kids are like judge people by the user their like knee pads or whatever. They're like, oh,
Everything's
bad.
new too. Everything's
Terrible.
new. The shoes are new. It's middle of the season. Still, shoes look new because they never get to stay a whole tournament in them. They go.
Or they're like mat flexors. You know, the kids are always like, oh, he's got the starter kit.
Yeah.
Josh was talking about that.
I'm gonna rock Matt Flexes next year.
Yeah,
There you go.
you should.
That's sick.
Totally make that a thing. Just make that a
Jonathan
thing.
Smith would only wear mat flexors because he loved.
Oh yeah.
He would wear
Everybody
those.
knew him and like everybody
You
was talking
talking
about
John?
what the Matt Flexes.
Yeah,
Yeah, the kid that's really good with the mat flexes.
Yeah.
he would. In the quarterfinal state, he wore one of our girls' singlets because he forgot his singlet and had to weigh in, and the girls weighed in at a different time, so he borrowed one, and then he wore it in the quarters, and he had it on backwards.
Oh.
Stretched out when the girl wanted to wear it. It's all stretched out.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
All right, Cheyenne, give me your best wrestling story. Funny, disgusting. You don't have to say names. You can change the name if you want, or you could say the name and embarrass them. Don't really care. But give us a good wrestling story.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think.
Somebody sharded themselves during practice. Somebody
Maybe a roommate somewhere that was totally
disgusting.
just a disgusting pig, or it was a neat freak and made your breakfast and lunch every day for you.
Dang.
Or somebody breaking in the wrestling room. Like Camilla's running practice. They're just like, ugh.
Yeah, tell us. Let's. You can expound on it, like the best pounders room practice story, because I've like been to, I think, one pounders practice maybe, but I've heard through kids like, yeah, it's like if you come and you think you're hot shit, or maybe you don't even think you're hot shit, but you come into that room, you're gonna go through the gauntlet.
Oh, the gauntlet?
Until you're accepted, like, you know what I mean? Until you're like actually a pounder, you get maybe
That
laid
is-
off a little bit.
That is not true. Anyways, our practices. I don't know why people think that's
Just
the way our
people
practices.
each other
Our practices.
daily. It's not like it's a normal thing. It's an unnormal thing, all right? We don't turn it up for anybody. It's just turned on all the time.
Yeah,
just,
honestly, our practices are just like that all the time. We don't even drill to like hurt each other or drill hard. Our drilling is more like keep a constant pace and keep like moving and stuff. It's not like lifting all the time and like going hard and stuff. We're just more of like we just keep moving and like keep our bodies flowing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
how
why
would-
people think.
How
I don't
many
know
people
what-
would you say have like left the room mid practice or cried and left or anything like that?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those people that cry during practice sometimes,
That just added
especially during season.
to the floor right there. Like, yeah, Bowman cries in
if you have a
practice.
it and like
What
cried,
the hell?
not doing it right.
I mean, people are gonna talk either way. So
No, 100%. Trust me.
even if they went into practice and it was just one of those days that was a bad day, and they see it, even if I didn't say it, they would just still spread the word. So
Okay, let's talk about this. You win state, you stick Drury, and you stand over her.
that was honestly an accident. I did not mean to stand over her in class.
I
You can
bet.
apologize. That was epic moment.
Yeah.
I honestly did not mean to do that in a bad way. I was just so hyped because people would like.
Every moment of that you deserved. You earned every moment of that. I'll tell you that right now. As somebody who's stood in Drury's corner, I'm a fan of both you guys. I'm telling you right now, you earned every second of it. I wish I had a camera at that moment. That was badass moment. Telling you right now.
Thanks.
What like that's
I
what
felt bad because I saw the video and I was like, it was just not that. It was just like throughout the whole season, people would come up to me and tell me, oh, so and so said this about you, or so and so said this, and like even I had doubts in my mind, like what if I don't win state and stuff. And when I stuck her, it was just like in my head, like a stress, like it just the weight of the world got off my shoulders, and it was like, okay, it's done. Like to everybody who talked crap about me, like what else do you have to say about me, you know?
Yeah. For the record, I've never once heard somebody talk crap about you.
I've heard girls tell me stories about other people.
I really think like a lot of it is like because every adult, maybe it's the kids. I'll say every adult that I've ever talked to on any side has only said good things about you.
Mm-hmm.
Only said good things. So I know there was like bets going on. Like that, but
Oh yeah.
I don't think that was anything.
No, it wasn't anything that didn't bother me or anything.
Yeah, I think it was anything more than just like, okay, you have to pick a side. Okay, well, I'm gonna bet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to
Yeah.
win. I'm just gonna throw money on this. I think,
Mhm.
but yeah, and in terms of
Ramos, are you mad you lost money?
no, because I picked Cheyenne to win. I said, I'll be honest. I said Bowman goes into Masters after you won the second time. I said Bowman goes into Masters. I said I think I said just for drama. You can go back and watch it. I said just for drama. I think Drury gets it at Masters, and then Bowman comes back and wins it at State. I said just for the drama because I want to build a hype. Because Bowman running through, not a lot of build up. But if it was like Bowman's won all of them but dropped the last one, now there's finally some build up. But no, Bowman did what Bowman does and just like stay in the fight and just poof.
It's not
I think you're kind
dominant.
of right there. I think there's a little bit more build up going into the Masters finals than there was the state finals because like
I
your
think-
guys' match at Ayala was like so close.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think there
I was
was more build up
expecting-
for him.
Yeah, so I was expecting like a little bit of like another closer match. But that's kind of the thing. Like with Gracie, you close the gap like so much from first match to the second match, to where like I mean I'm walking out with my team and I may or may not have seen somebody like going like this on their coach and holding on to him and like wheezing. I may or may not have seen that. I don't know.
May or may not have cell phone footage of that. Just saying. Here, let's take the footage.
But so I thought if you guys were gonna wrestle again, I thought you were gonna get her. That's just personal.
Well, at the Ayala tournament, before like when they made us come out to shake hands, like even before that, I was just it wasn't my tournament, I guess you can say, and I had like a mental breakdown in my head. So before my match then too, I was not even focused. Like I just wasn't all in the wrestling mindset at the time.
Got it.
Yeah, I can kind of see that because like in that match, you can definitely tell that you were kind of pushing a little bit extra. Like in the state finals and in the Masters finals, you kind of just let it come to you and kind of wait for her to make a mistake, and you kind of just capitalized off of her doing something drastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but all right. So this year, if Body Bar does happen, what weight are you planning on going?
Oh no, Camilo's or my mom and Camilo don't want me to go if I go heavier than like anything than 130. They said 130 or 136. They don't want me to go heavier than that. So.
How are you feeling about it though?
I mean, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some payback to deliver, right? Last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Last year,
I watched my match especially from cadets in my semifinals match when I lost. I watched that match and that was just not me.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it was a definitely like off weekend for you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something. It's gonna probably sound like a dick thing, but I think everybody needs to hear that it happens to the highest level. And it's like, talk to us about Worlds.
Oh.
And tell us, start with what weight you're trying to go, because it was like
Okay.
26.
it was a good cut for you to begin with, right? Like,
Well, it was 125, yeah. So I had never went 25s because for state we had to make 28s. So
Yeah.
3 pounds is a lot more. I made 25s for body bar, and then I made it for Pan Ams, and I barely made it on like the dot for Pan Ams because when they weighed us, it was like in kilos, it's like 57.00. It's not like the scales that we have. It's like 57.0, and so I had the extra 0. So I barely made it. It was like 57.01, and then it went down to 0. So then I made it, and then for Worlds, the camp and stuff, I was kind of just like eating, but I was also on this medication, and it was like making me like gain weight and stuff, and then so that didn't help me either, and I was trying to cut the weight at the same time, so I was like I think a pound away from making it. But when I went to Worlds, I went in the sauna, I worked out, everything, and just not one thing of sweat would come down from the last pound. There was like, I tried an Epsom salt bath. I literally tried everything I could to get that last pound off, and it just wouldn't come off.
So they take it to the 100 then, 57.00.
Yeah.
It goes to the 100,
Yep.
not even like
Yeah.
the 10th, 100.
Yeah.
Not in Lincoln.
Yeah, not in Lincoln. Jordan Burroughs, they say, didn't make weight. So that's why you say no. So, okay. Because I know that, like you said, people talk. And nobody really knows the answer. Nobody really knows what happened. You know,
Yeah.
all we know is that we're staying up at 2 a.m, 3 a.m. to see Cheyenne Bowman wreck. And we're like, where's Cheyenne? You know, and she's not there. How did you feel? I mean, was that the first time you ever missed weight?
Yeah.
How'd that feel? I mean, at that level, on that stage, like.
Honestly, it hurt. Like, it was like heartbreaking for me, and I felt more like a disappointment to everybody, especially like Camilo and my family and stuff, because everybody has worked so hard to help me get to where I am, and I couldn't do it, and I felt like disappointed in myself, and like I felt like everybody was going to be disappointed in me. But they just told me it sucks that it was a learning experience for you at that level, but you just gotta learn from it.
Now, do you feel that because of that, because nobody's gotten to see you on that stage yet, do you feel like you still lack the respect you would probably that other people get?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's something that is unfortunate, but I think would be fuel for you.
Yeah. That's what helps me keep going also. Because I see girls at that stage and I'm like, I know, I don't want to sound like cocky or anything because that's not what I am, but I see them wrestle and I'm like, I know I can do just as good or even better than them. But it's just, I guess it's not my time.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't my time.
No, that's true. I mean, especially when there's people that you've beaten, right? There's people that you've beaten that have walked away with world medals, and you're like, I controlled that person in a match. I've gotten through it. So, okay. Favorite drill?
Like at practice, just anything I drill.
Anything. You're like, oh, okay.
I like when we either scramble wrestle or flow drilling. That's what we call it. I don't know what you guys like.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, yeah.
Okay. A coach other than Camilo that you would like to see how they run practice?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
There is nobody else.
Everybody else are just posers.
No.
Because even when you have filet mignon for dinner every night, you still need to have you wonder what a burger tastes like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know. Like in the state of California?
Yeah.
What are some good teams?
Or just
I'm trying to think.
Just teams that even you just see that coach always puts out placers, or you're like, what is it about that coach? Like, what are they bringing?
Oh, maybe Jimmy.
Yeah.
His practices suck. You're not missing nothing. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. He has good
We don't
girls.
want-
He always has.
He
Yeah.
learned from UCLA, so just go to that guy.
Yeah.
Is he really Jimmy?
Huh?
That's cool. Jimmy, maybe you could get her and Katie in the room and just, let them roll around. You gotta be careful though, because Jimmy's really tight with Mike Duran. That's tight in Mercury. Yeah, I know.
Oh my. Jimmy coached me at Fargo when I went.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I got hurt, he was in my corner.
Oh, Jimmy!
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Bad luck.
Hence why she didn't go back, Jimmy. Thanks. Appreciate
No, that's not
You
true.
know, Jimmy is the best guy to have in your corner because his technique at throwing the block is so good.
I'm on point.
He practices like he's like a bullpen pitcher. He's just like
that kinetic chain, literally from ankle to knee to hip to shoulder to elbow to wrist. It's amazing. It's a kinetic chain unlike any other. And if
Oh, Jimmy, break it down.
block is coming, you're going to be down by 5. I'm telling you right now.
and he's actually got 2 different techniques. He's got one like irritated one and then just like a frustrated, like a toss, like kind of.
I literally I spiked the brick one time right at a referee's feet. And he was like, we were arguing, and I went, okay, then I'll throw the block. And then he was like, blah, blah, blah. And then I picked it up, and I don't want to throw it. He's like, all right. And then I go, no, I'm not going to throw it. Just like,
Okay. Who's the coach you get the kick out of the most? Maybe they're animated in the corner. Maybe they're just like, whatever, they stick in your mind. Like,
who do you like to make fun of the most when they're in the corner? Ramos is mine.
That's a step up from just wanting to punch me.
Oh, probably Bowers.
What? Why are you saying that?
I love Bowers, but
fine.
yes.
Get Cheyenne in my room. World team.
He's so funny.
He is super animated guy.
Yes.
It's
Oh, he's another practice like I would want to see. Like another coach. Yeah.
Wow, Jimmy's in the same class as Bowers.
Same name.
Yeah, she just said Coach Jimmy.
All about my takedown technique. That's why all my girls just arms.
Does that too well.
Oh,
Yeah, you sound like exactly
Hey,
like
next
him.
time though, Cheyenne, next time you hear it, just think Roz from Monsters Inc. Did you know Coach Bowers did the voice for Roz
No, he didn't.
of Monsters Inc.?
Yeah, Monsters Inc.
No, he didn't.
There was Bowers tried to get me kicked out of Masters, and Shamir Cooper was wrestling Copy the next round, and I coached Shamir Cooper in Bowers' voice the entire time.
Oh my god! What a
There, that's 50s? 60s.
60s. Yeah.
Oh.
Cooper was 60s. Oh, yeah, that was the best. I wonder why he hates me.
Okay,
Bowers is so nice.
who's crazier, Cheyenne? Dance moms or wrestling moms?
Dang, I don't know. Probably wrestling moms.
I feel like we could get a round robin with wrestling moms.
that'd be fun.
Mhm.
That would.
There's gonna be punches. There will be blood. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey. I don't know if you saw it, but like Jeff had a tournament of wrestling moms. He literally had like a round robin, and Natasha won it. And they really posted videos of them wrestling. It was hilarious.
Okay, Cheyenne. The top 5 things you have to have in your wrestling bag when you go to a tournament.
My shoes, obviously.
Mhm.
My headgear. Like, this is before, like, I even put on my stuff. My singlet. I put my, what else do I put in my bag? Oh, drinks.
What's the drink of choice?
What's your weigh-in like drink go to?
After weigh-ins, I like to drink like either, depending, like if I got a lower weight, I like Pedialyte.
What
So
flavor?
that's not the grape.
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 I knew it.
Grape's
Yeah.
the best. We used to always like
Yeah.
take the grape one and a grape Gatorade and then like mix them like 50-50. So that
Dang, I'm gonna have to try that.
that's the bomb. It's literally
I'm a-
50-50 of Gatorade and grape Pedialyte.
Grape drink.
Dang, I'm gonna have to try that.
Grape drink. I'm gonna get blocked in right now to this massive semi that's about to deliver to Starbucks. It's hilarious. Okay, and then what's after you got one more thing to pack? The headphones? Is it snacks?
Oh yes, my earbuds.
Earbuds?
Yes.
All right, what's on the playlist?
What is on my playlist? Honestly, my sister makes a whole bunch of playlists, and I always tell her to send them to me. So whatever she puts on the playlist.
It's all dance tunes.
My sister has good taste in music. She listens to like oldies. She listens to like, well, my dad and my mom, we grew up around that type of music, so we just listen to that type of music.
It's like Art LeBeau. Is that Huggy Boy?
I don't know, honestly. I'm
Okay.
not good with music. I like listening to it, but I'm not good like with names and songs and stuff.
Okay. What food? Okay, it's the night before weigh-ins. What's the food that's gonna make it very hard for you to make weight?
I think anything. No, not. I don't like seafood, so not seafood. Mexican or Italian food.
All right. Are you like a carne asada girl? Or are you going for like some mole?
Carne
What are
asada.
you looking for?
Burritos. Carne asada burritos with like guacamole, like everything.
Okay. I got the spot for you. Just tell you right now. It's in Hollywood.
Dang.
Hollywood. Jimmy probably knows.
I'm down for a drive.
Salsa and beer is amazing.
Salsa
What
and
is it
beer.
called?
Salsa and beer.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
You're gonna have a 45-minute wait. Just know that when you get there, but it's worth it.
That's all it is. All right, I'm gonna go. After this quarantine is
So-
over, I'm going.
So much food.
It is. It's not even so much food. 'Cause I hate that. People like, oh, go to this place. They give you so much food. I don't want mediocre. I don't want a bunch of mediocre food. You better give me some
Want good
quality
food.
food and like
Yeah.
some beer. Just their chips and salt. Like they're like instead of giving you like chips and salsa, they give you
Bean dip.
and this bean dip that's like got just a little kick to it. Oh my gosh, there's cheese in it, and I don't care. Like I never eat cheese, but because it'll hurt my
Oh.
stomach.
Not even on pizza.
Yeah, I
They
have-
didn't put cheese on pizza.
I don't.
What the heck?
That's not American.
Weirdo.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin told me to have it.
Carol.
Damn, Baskin.
No, I don't eat I don't eat cheese. Like, but yeah, that place I don't even care. That bean dip is amazing. So
It is.
it's good. All right. You
So what are you doing right now, Cheyenne? You don't have to give like names or places, but like what are you I know you're not sitting around the house right now all this time, are you? Like what are you doing to train and stay somewhat
I'm
in shape?
I just started to work out again like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because I'm not gonna lie, I did sit around the house because I was like, I want a break. So yeah.
Got one.
Good little break.
Yep.
Yeah. We have like a workout in the back, and then Camille sets up like a Zoom. So I have like a wrestling mat, and I do that. Yeah.
Like are you using
I like
your
to run.
sisters as
brother.
like dummies?
Yeah, my
Everybody?
brothers and my sisters,
Brother?
or I just do it by myself. Yeah.
best workout partner you ever had? Boys or girls? Go.
Camilo. Okay, I wrestle. My partners are like Ronnie, one of his youngest sons. He's like 12. He's a good workout partner, even though he talks a lot. He's a good workout partner. Alex and Fernando, they're good workout partners. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Honestly, everybody on our team is a good workout partner.
Favorite movie?
I don't know. That one I really don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV or movies and stuff.
Like, there's no movie that comes on. Like every time you see it, like, oh, I gotta watch it, even if it's.
Oh,
a
I I just watched Crazy Rich Asians yesterday for the first time, and that movie's funny. I like that movie.
Okay, check it out.
It is a good movie.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, universally accepted. I guess I got to get on it. Josh, I guess you're going to go from Spanish to Corona. I mean,
That's right. Spanish to coronavirus.
yeah. So, all right. Did I get everything, guys? Oh, wait. You got to ask each one of us a question.
Well, I was gonna ask you a question before we get to
Go ahead.
that.
Go ahead, Anthony. Go.
Yeah. Do you like being on like a really small team? Would you prefer to be the only girl, or would you like a bigger team of girls?
I like it the way it is.
But you weren't the only girl, right? You had one or
more,
two.
right?
No, my freshman year there was 2 of us, but they only made it. They didn't make it to masters. So for masters in the state, I was by myself. Last year, did I have? Oh, I had Nelly last year, and then this year I had 2 girls also, Sydney and April.
You guys have a tough freshman coming in, don't you, next year?
Yeah.
That should be good.
Yep.
Okay. Got to ask each one of us a question before I let you go.
Let me think. What? What's your favorite food?
All right, who's that too?
You.
Anything without cheese.
Yeah.
He always doesn't talk about food, so this should be easy.
Yeah. No. I
Popcorn.
like steak. It doesn't matter. Like my whole family's vegan.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn's up there. I'm not gonna lie. I eat a lot of popcorn. I eat a lot. Like, have you ever seen my Instagram story? I literally stop at the movie theater every day and buy popcorn.
Oh.
And
Not
just,
even open it.
what's that? No, they're not open now. We don't have practice right now. So because we don't break rules, we follow them. Okay. But but even like now, like if I'm gonna go meet the girls for a run or something, then I'll make some popcorn and go and then have it in the car. I'm not against having bowls in the car and eating popcorn. So that's my thing. That's why, like, if you like, even like Gamino at Freestyle State, he brought me a trash bag full of popcorn because he was at a concert the night before and they were like dumping it like in a trash. He's like, "Hey, I'll take that." And he brought
Oh
it.
my
Hey, he was working. He was working the concert and he swept up all the popcorn off the floor and put it in the bag and gave it to you.
Yeah. So and at Masters, I don't know if you saw me at Masters because we had like the big Somar setup, and people were coming up. The Long Beach Poly and Athena Wilden's little sister, and I had like 4 or 5 bags of popcorn, like big bags of popcorn that people brought me. It's great.
Yeah, they were good. They were good. I ate a lot of popcorn that weekend.
Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, I'm a popcorn guy for sure. That's my snack food. If I was going to actually like, if we're going to Whitehorse, then definitely having a steak. I like steak a lot. Doesn't matter. It's got to be medium rare though. My carne asada, man. When I was younger, I used to go through 10 pounds of carne asada a week, just me.
Dang.
I used to a lot of
Bulk.
it.
And he still never grew.
I never,
You're a 103 pounder?
at that time, I grew this way. I was big. I had no legs, just like nothing. I look like Jimmy up top. So okay, next question.
Josh, are you still gonna coach at Esperanza next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the plan. I'm gonna keep coaching the girls. It's gonna be tough because my son's, wrestling too. So
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be, yeah. I'll be doing the girls next year and the boys as much as I can too.
How many girls you guys gonna have next year?
6 that I know of. So I have a lot of Michaela and Cammy were the only seniors. So got a couple young ones coming in. Little sisters are starting to come in now of other wrestlers. So.
So the podcast will continue.
Jimmy, how long have you been coaching?
Well, technically, I coached in college as a grad assistant in like 2006, and I coached in 2000 at Clovis. So if you count those 2 years with all the years at Birmingham, it's been about 12, 13 years-ish.
Okay.
Last question.
Uh,
Here we go. Hope it's a good one.
where is your dream vacation?
Golden Corral.
I already went to Hawaii, and that was my dream vacation. But I just went last summer.
I want to go to Hawaii so bad.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was pretty fun. I went for about like a week and a half. Went to Maui.
Maui.
Ah, Maui, huh? Your stories about Maui. A lot of boys together having a good old time in Maui.
Cheyenne, which island would you want to go to?
Huh?
Which island would you want to go to in Hawaii? Probably Waikiki.
No.
Honolulu.
One of
Oahu?
Wahoo.
She wants to go to the one with the wrestlers. She wants to go scrap.
yeah.
Hey, yeah.
It starts with an
Oahu?
yeah. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, Wahoo. That's
Yeah.
where everything's happening. So all the parties are and all the
Party.
Yeah. It's like really beautiful, and then Kauai is really beautiful too. But
It's boring,
It's
Cheyenne.
place
In 4 days, you're gonna be like, get me off this island. That's how I was like, I just swam with sharks. In 2 days, I was like, I got stuff to do.
you didn't want to go to helicopter ride?
No thanks. Yeah, I was like, it's so. God, I was bored after 2 days. I was like, this is not. But I'm not a like beach guy. I don't like laying out on the beach for days at a time. It's just a waste of time. I need something to do. Get bored.
There's so much to do.
No, there's not.
You didn't go on that hike? You didn't go on that one hike
No
thing?
thanks. I mean, let me go pay to walk. Nah.
You can take a car through the hike. Or like a motorcycle. I rented a motorcycle.
UTVs.
It rains all the time there. Like, no, roads are slippery. Screw that.
Oh my god.
Forget
I
it.
heard the roads are like really small.
Yeah, like they're slippery too. And then, and God forbid you go to a place that it's only for locals, brother. You get your ass kicked. Like, I'm not trying to get my ass kicked. I don't need to go to Hawaii for that.
You just go to a tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flag and get threatened.
Did you not go on one of like those boats that like took you like what do you call it?
Glass
Snorkeling?
boat.
Or like one of those like sunset boats where it's like a bunch of stuff to do? Nothing?
No. I went swimming with sharks. And it was crazy because like they were like the waters are super choppy, right? And I don't get motion sick. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like rocking in the thing, like smiling. And then they're like, are you okay? I'm like, oh, great. And they're like, and people are thrown up over the side of the boat. And like about half an hour into it, I'm like, oh wait, I'm not okay. This doesn't feel good. And so they're like, I go inside, right? And I lay down. They're like, you don't want to be in here. I was like, shh, leave me alone. They're like, okay, you're gonna be fine as soon as you get in the water. That's what you do. I'm like, okay, great. I jump in the water. It's equally as choppy. And I'm like, shit. So I'm like, and then I'm swimming there, right? And all of a sudden, you just see a puddle of puke across the top of the water. It's just like, this is gross. But you know what? It was great for the sharks. All the sharks showed up. So I was like hand feeding sharks, and I was like, damn, these things are fast in the water.
You're like, throw up or what?
Scooping it up and putting it in my mouth. Just spitting it out, trying to feed them.
I don't know about all that. I saw turtles and dolphins. I didn't see sharks.
No, speaking of sharks, they're so fast. Oh my god! Like, do you realize how slow you are when you see a shark? It's like Jesus. So, alrighty. You guys got anything else for Cheyenne? Or I say something silly?
No. Too late. No, we appreciate it. We're looking forward to watching next year you win another title. Make it a world team too. Hopefully it happens this year that we can have body bar.
Could you imagine? After this year, we can sit down and have the discussion about four-timers who would win in that bracket if they were all the same weight. That's going to be a discussion.
Well, I know you were in a bracket with at 126 with Gabby Garcia.
Oh,
And
I love
was she not
Gabby.
your coach for like a
Huh?
second? But did she
Yeah,
not
she was, but she went to college.
She went to Cumberland's, right?
Yeah. No,
Campbellsville.
Campbellsville.
I always get those two mixed up too, but yeah.
And how did those like matches go if you guys ever wrestled live?
When she first came in, we would like go back and forth. Or she was kind of beating me. But right now it's kind of like I'm beating her. I wouldn't say beating her. We go
Told you.
takedowns because
Told you guys.
she.
I did not vote. Let's pull up the tape right now. Pull it up.
I never doubted you. Let's go to the film.
Let's pull up the film.
But she
out the
does
film.
freestyle and I do folk style. And it's not like we're doing freestyle right now because.
You know what they say? Wrestling's wrestling.
Wrestling is wrestling.
You don't subscribe to that, do you?
Huh?
You don't subscribe to that theory that wrestling's wrestling? Like
No.
there's freestyle and folk style.
Yeah.
Takedown's a takedown.
No,
Quad
that's
pod.
not true.
Not if I quad pod. That's not
Yep.
a takedown. Mm-mm.
Do I get a push out? Do I get a point for a push out in folk style?
You should.
No.
Stalling.
If you're in Hawkeye Arena or whatever, we're gonna go stalling.
Yeah. Good. I think it would really change folk style for the better if they did a push out rule.
I do too, but everybody's all
Agree.
crying about it.
I mean, although like my floating toe is still in, like in college is stupid. Like they make the mat 50 feet and they're still wrestling on the edge.
That's made wrestling so much better because you can't escape. The takedown's still happening.
No, they're still wrestling on the edge.
I love it.
But if you do a push out, what happens in freestyle? They wrestle takedowns in the center.
Yeah, I guess.
That's true.
You don't see all the edge wrestling because guess what? There's no escape there. You're gonna lose a point. So these dudes are wrestling in the center. And
That's why freestyle is.
Ohio State back to the edge every time. Back to the edge, circle, get the push out.
that's good strategy then.
Yeah. Nonsense. But I agree. I do want to push out. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to push out.
They should do a 3-point takedown too.
First takedown should be 3 points. I'm a favorite. First takedown should be 3 points.
It's just,
Why?
Matches where people don't score a takedown and they go into overtime. I'm like, how is this in overtime? Because they got an escape, then they chose down, got an escape again, and then they wrote. It's like, oh, it's 2-2. Why are they in overtime? Oh, because that guy got a takedown, and that guy got 2 escapes. That's dumb. It needs to be 3.
yeah. Think about it if it was like every takedown was 3 points and the escape was 1, then cutting somebody would be worth it, right? You could really dominate somebody on your feet and really separate. Where you take 3 times and you're up by 3 points, and you're like, dang.
Nah, not if you ride them to end the period, then you're up by 4.
But I'm just saying in general, say you take them down 3 times fast and then they stall.
If you can't hold them down for like a minute, that's on you.
Yeah, but what if you think you're gonna get a 4th one and then you don't?
I mean, you could just pin them if you really want to.
I could, yeah. But we're not talking.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Cheyenne, what are some things people have done to try to recruit you?
To hurt me?
They recruit you.
Do the voice.
Got gas money for you.
Nobody has really tried to recruit me. I think
Yeah, we know
everybody knows
better.
like I'm Camilo's I'm staying with Camilo at Rolling. So yeah, nobody has really tried to recruit me.
They just know her car is like on autopilot. Anyway.
You guys had 2 champs and 1 placer this year?
Yeah.
Anthony, are you watching the whole podcast?
Yeah, Anthony's trying to prove something. But
Do you think they should combine the boys and girls scores?
Huh?
Should they combine the boys and girls scores
No.
to make like a
Dude,
super?
this is so hard to find.
That
Actually, I don't know.
would be a way to get people to start like forcing girls wrestling more. You want to
Right.
Yeah, but then we hear it from the boys and
Yeah. Blame the girls again. We didn't win state because the girls didn't pull their weight.
yeah, pretty much.
And you can say that about the boys too on the other side.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, San Fernando
True.
is so mad.
Yeah.
You mother.
if you could institute any rule into folk style wrestling, what rule would you push in?
Me?
Yeah. She's like, weigh in once a year. Done.
Yeah.
I'm down for that one.
Yeah, right. You feel like
I'm
you
down
can
for that
cut all
one.
the way down
121 next
and
year.
bulk. Bulk
We
all
are-
season. You're like, why just keep weighing 190?
I'll make 1-on-1s.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. Cut down and then bulk all season.
She has a leg amputated, put on ice, then comes back, has it reattached, and it's good by the end of the year. She's good.
I'll be the biggest 1-on-1 pounder you'll ever see.
There you go.
Like, I'll show Anthony Robles what's up. All right. If you had to give up 1 foot or 1 hand, but you could still wrestle, which would you give up?
Hand.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't need both of them.
I guess you
Nah,
could,
you have an elbow. You can like use your elbow. I don't know.
yeah, on a high C, you could hook.
Yeah, because that's my thing. I see, right there. Elbow right there. That's good.
It's not allowed to be
Yeah,
your post hand.
at
It
the
can't be your
wrist.
post hand.
Huh?
It can't be your post hand. It's got to be your shooting hand.
Yeah, because you can just hook
Oh.
with the.
You can't nub.
Yeah, you can hook with the other side.
Like,
I mean, my shooting hand is my left hand. Yeah.
Wakes up Jimmy extra early now. Sarah wakes up
That's
so
interesting.
we're already live.
I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you guys go hand or would you guys go foot?
I go hand.
We're trying to get him riled up.
Hand?
I'll play this game with the kids sometimes where I let them pick a handicap where it's like 1 leg, 1 arm, blind, right? And I just tell them a number and I'll number them and I'll go with one. But the one that's the hardest for me is the foot. Like the 1 leg is hard.
I'll tell you.
Noah always puts his hand behind his back
I'll
and
tell you
wrestles with us
later.
like that.
I'll put it in the
Blind
comments.
best though. I like blind the best.
I have a terrible one. Anyhow, I'm really bad. Okay. I was gonna have hands made this year for Masters, but I couldn't get them in time. It's
Oh,
gonna
like the big foam
Hands?
ones?
be stalling hand
The
and
foam?
2, yeah.
Oh.
2 was the 2 I was gonna make. Couldn't get them by state though, so I was like,
They have the one.
yeah.
They had them at like the Fresno State duels.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make those for state. I think our Masters, that'd be awesome to have them there. Well, I thought the flags were gonna be awesome too, but people got upset.
That didn't work out so
It worked out. People liked it. Some people wanted to punch me for it.
well. Yeah.
I had parents come up to me about that too. My coach was telling me what happened. I was like, did he really tell you what happened, or he just told you what he perceived happened? Yeah, if you want to punch me for a flag, Cheyenne, there's nothing I could do. That one didn't even have my
Punch you
face
for.
on it. I think that's the funnest part about putting my face on things. It just pisses people off. So, all right. Anyhow, we're good, guys. Got enough
Yep.
time. We told her 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been an hour.
Our
It didn't seem like an hour, did it, Cheyenne?
Huh?
It didn't seem like an hour, did it?
No.
No, more like 10 minutes underwater.
We asked that question too. If you had to be in a capsule at the bottom of the ocean with Camilo for 2 weeks, or in space in a capsule for a month, which one would you do?
Underwater.
So I said 2. They said outer space because they like the view. But I'm like, no, you're gonna get the
Really?
same view every night. Underwater, you might see a creature that you never thought you'd see.
True, true.
It's scary as shit.
Yeah.
So, alrighty, guys. We are gonna end this recording, and then we will talk some more right now.